All right, welcome back. So let's have a look at RIOT Platforms. So pretty big move today, 10%, but we know this has been swinging up and down for quite some time. This is the chart I'm watching. Before we dive into the levels, I want to show you one big order that came in yesterday, even before the news came out today. So somebody comes in yesterday, since I trade options a lot and I keep an eye on big flows, I noticed this one. 25,000 or so contracts were purchased for February expiration, $15 strike price. 25,000 contracts, that's unusual. That's very large, okay? And then today in the morning after the news, somebody comes in and same amount of contracts trades. And I zoom in a little bit more to see where those transactions happened. And I'm assuming that it's somebody basically bought it yesterday, canceled it, and they bought it again. And then today they sold it, in my opinion, because they chickened out when stock price started coming down after the activist investor. It was falling. I think they sold it out, but I'm going to check it again tomorrow, and then I will add it to my Teachables little options informational, like little type of a course type of thing that I'm putting together. I'm going to edit there, so it's in the link description. But we have been talking about basically miners for quite some time, right? But this news is basically the Starboard Value investment group. This is pretty large. They have, I just looked it up. I'm not familiar with them, but they manage $9-something billion. And I also looked at their portfolio, what they're holding, top 10 holdings. So what they're saying is, hey, can you guys stop mining Bitcoin and turn some of your facilities into big data centers? That's what they are. So that's what their proposal was. I think, I don't know what company is going to do, but company very recently raised funds to buy Bitcoin. Actually, they did file some bond issuance, and then today or yesterday on 11th, I think 500 and something million that they raised, 525 million, they decided to buy. So the net proceeds from the sale of the notes were approximately 511 million, deducting initial purchase discount. Okay, let's see how many Bitcoins they bought. So basically they wanted to buy Bitcoin. I think they bought Bitcoin. But anyhow, they issued a bond, convertible notes, I believe. And before that, I believe they did they issue shares or no? No, I don't think they did issue recently. But anyhow, this company has been diluting for quite some time. We know that. You can go, somebody shared this one, but you can go keep an eye on dilution on this website, dilutiontracker.com. Any stock that you are watching, how outstanding shares were increasing. This is for RIOT Platforms. But let's go back to the price action. So that was the headline, biggest headline, okay? And this is the big holdings of this company. I went through their portfolio, top 10, top 100 holdings, Autodesk, GoDaddy, Salesforce, Match Group. You can go through it yourself too. So, but that's not the point. Let's go back to the stock itself. So I will talk about this one tomorrow if I talk about the miners in general, about this pretty big option contract. If they chickened out and they sold it early today when they got scared of this move downside, or they doubled down. We're going to take a look at it tomorrow when open interest changes for that strike price. But for the RIOT Platforms, regarding the stock price action, so if there's going to be some sort of a squeeze, if some sort of a momentum going after this news, and maybe it catches some sort of a momentum, and also at the same time Bitcoin starts pushing, this is still remains my downtrend that I'm watching for the stock. We talked about this one many times, okay? Unless it gets back above this $15-16 level, I'm not watching the stock to the upside, because this area is a choppy shenanigan area between $15 and $12, maybe even $11, okay? So I have an alerts at 14, 15, you can see, but if it gets back above 15, I would be watching $18 as a resistance, and then I would be watching $20 as a resistance. Market capitalization of RIOT Platforms at the moment, 4.3 trillion. And today it doesn't make sense to look at the option market because market is just opened. It's still early. There's a lot of hours ahead. But so far I can just mention put to call ratio, 287,000 calls traded, 80,000 puts traded. And just by looking at where those calls and puts being executed, there's not many calls being executed at the asking price. 27% of this volume was there. So at the bid, 24%. So people could be taking advantage of it and selling calls, taking advantage of the puts as well, selling some puts, okay? Because there's more, 29% of the puts that came in, they traded at the bid. So that's the update for RIOT Platforms I'm watching. So those are the price levels I'm watching. Still, for me, it is no man's land unless it breaks 15, because you can see how choppy it has been in recent days, weeks. So this is what I'm watching for RIOT Platforms. Is there a lot of shorts to be squeezed? Yeah, maybe I can take a look at that one. We can just take a look at it quickly and then we can wrap this video. So RIOT Platforms at the moment, short volume. Yeah, there's decent short volume. In terms of short interest is around like 14-15%, so pretty decent. So if it gets going, ideally you want to see the stock above 15-16, at least 14, above 14, for some sort of a squeeze towards 18. But I'm watching the stock neutral unless it breaks these levels. Okay, so that's the video, that's the update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.